Hey all, welcome to the Let's Talk Trumpet YouTube page. My name is Michael Metz, where my goal is to discuss everything trumpet, the what, where, when, and why from the viewpoint of the average musician. On my last video, I mentioned something that someone asked me to explain, and I'm not going to do it now, but it was in reference to the 6 P's of life: patience, persistence, perseverance, passion, purpose, and perspective. Hopefully in another episode I'll discuss those, but not now. On this special day, 9/11/2021, I want to talk about taps. Taps is relatively easy to play. It's not complex. The rhythms are pretty straightforward. Basically, it is the overtone series being played on a bugle or a trumpet. Start on G. From G, you go up a fourth to a C. From C, up a major third to an E, and then up a minor third to a G. Da 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 da. Okay. On a trumpet, it can be played on all 7 valve combinations. And by the way, if you are a doubler, let's say you're a trombone player who is watching this, why I don't know, but if you're a trombone player and you're watching this and you're a doubler or someone who has trouble playing up to a G, then play taps with a 1 and 3 combination. Start it on low D. Works great. So taps can be the hardest thing to play correctly and appropriately. Recently, there was a large debate in a trumpet forum about taps. I don't want to discuss the forum in detail, but I do want to add my viewpoint. I have played taps for my fair share of both formal and informal funerals. Most are official assignments from bugles across America and taps for veterans, which the websites I provided below. And some are just because people have asked me to play. One of the biggest arguments has been about getting paid or not getting paid to play taps. In my opinion, it's totally up to you. If you want to get paid, that's great. If you don't want to, if you are military or whatever reason you don't want to get paid, that's fine too. I played at an event with a piper not too long ago, and he said for him to put on the kilt and take the pipes out of the box, he will accept no less than $100, and he usually asks for double that. Great, wonderful. But personally, I don't charge for my time to play taps. That doesn't mean I haven't gotten paid. I've had cash slipped to me in an envelope, dropped in my pocket, handed to me directly. If a member of the funeral party approaches me and starts to take out their wallet, I will gently persuade them that it is not necessary and that they can make a donation through the BAA or TFV website, whoever the assigning party was, and offer them my card. That is how I handle it. How you handle it is up to you and you alone. Don't let anyone tell you that you are wrong. If your time is valuable and you require a fee, then by all means charge. If you are strictly a volunteer or current or ex-military, then you do what you do best. Let's talk about traditional versus informal taps. I try to read my crowd first. So, is it an informal celebration of life kind of thing, or is it a formal graveside funeral with full honors? Santa Fe National Cemetery is only 45 minutes or so north of us from where I live, and I have played my fair share of formal funerals there. Echo taps, duet taps are fine for informal events. But for formal events, when the military is present, I play taps the traditional and what is deemed the correct way. There are a lot of what ifs being asked in that forum. What if? What if? Well, okay, fine. What if? Well, if that scenario comes up when you are being asked to play taps, then you decide how you want to deal with that special request. I'm not going to tell you what you should do. You decide what you should do. Look, not too long ago, I was asked to play taps for a friend. A buddy and I played echo taps at the church service, and then I drove to Santa Fe National Cemetery and played traditional taps graveside with the military giving full honors. My only request is that you play taps correctly. So what is correctly? I have listed a link below for the correct version of taps. Play these 24 notes with pride and to the best of your ability, but play the correct rhythms. There's only one version of taps. If you find another version of taps that's official, by all means, prove me wrong. That's great. But if you don't read music, you have to remember that it's syncopated, straight, syncopated, straight. Bum, 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 syncopated. Again, bum, 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 and then it's straight. Bum, 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 syncopated, and the syncopated straight coming back down. Bum, 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 and then syncopated to finish. Bum, bum, bum. The music is linked below. Read the music if you are capable of reading music, by all means, but play it the correct rhythm. Don't make it up as you go. Please don't do that. So, playing taps is the hardest gig I have ever done, ever. To be absolutely perfect every time can be extremely stressful. Absolutely. Usually you are standing forever, waiting, and then all of a sudden you have to play. I've sounded taps in extreme heat. I've sounded taps in extreme cold. I've sounded taps in the rain. Heck, I've even done it in the snow. Now, if you've never sounded taps in a formal setting, let me tell you a story about my first assignment. My first BAA, that's Bugles Across America assignment, at the Santa Fe National Cemetery. I asked the honor guard when I got up there for directions, and they were very polite and gave me very specific instructions that I followed to the letter. However, no one really warned me how loud those guns really are. I mean, I'm standing right next to the honor guard, and it just scared the crap out of me. My wife was filming me that day, and she said my reaction to the guns sounding was absolutely priceless. It shook me pretty good. It took me a few minutes to recover from it. The first notes that I played on taps were a little weak, but I finished strong, and that was just one heck of an experience. My advice, if you are playing taps that has a military honor guard, is to wear a pair of earplugs. Even the basic foam ones, I suggest using them. I have actually some musician earplugs that I use. But, you know, if the honor guard wears them, maybe you should too. The Santa Fe National Cemetery has some of the best acoustics you'll ever find for playing taps. You're standing up on a hill. That view is wonderful, and the echo, the reverb you get, the acoustics you get from playing up there is just amazing. It really is. So that's it for now. Somebody also asked me if I was a golfer. Yes, I am a golfer. And just like golf and trumpet playing are very much alike, it's an individual type thing. It's not everybody plays it like Robotrons. Not everybody plays golf like a robot. Not everybody plays their trumpet like a robot. It's an individual, individualistic type thing. Something to keep in mind for the future. So that's it for now. I'm hoping to release a video every week, so please hit that subscribe button. Yeah, over here. Yeah, right there. That subscribe button below so you can get an update every week. You can support this page by spreading the word. You can also help by being a Patreon. I've included that link below. Now, next week, we're going to talk about warm-ups. Thanks for your time. See you next week. Bye.